Hey there to our Math Rise testers. Congratulations, you got one day under your belt, and Mrs. Barker just tells me that you did an excellent job diligently going through and making sure that this Rise test is the best representation of your abilities. And that's what you're shooting for. Don't feel rushed. You got plenty of time on this, but you want to make sure that whatever goes into that test really represents your abilities. And like I said, from Mrs. Barker's comments, it sounds like you are right on track for that. Today is day 2. Once again, take your time. Make sure you're using that scratch paper. Make sure you're using your graphing calculator. You know this stuff. If you actually hit something that you don't panic, because it's as much about your critical thinking skills. They're trying to sometimes give you things that might be unfamiliar or foreign to you to see how well you can adapt to the other kinds of problem-solving strategies you've used elsewhere. And worst case scenario, you can skip one and come back and look at it again later. With that, remain seated, please. Permaneceros sentados, por favor. Keep your legs, arms, and head within the desk at all times. Do your best to show how smart you are, and enjoy the ride.
You should have found a stick of peppermint gum at your testing station. Please enjoy this refreshing treat as long as you are actively doing the tests or reviewing your questions and answers. Please make sure you keep your wrapper. When you are finished and have double-checked everything, you are ready to submit.
Your MGames personal training chart tracks your work on 4 important things: being on time, thoroughly using your scratch paper, completing and double-checking your answers, and bringing a book and reading quietly when finished. At the conclusion of today's session, your card will be stamped for as many of those categories as your proctor feels you completed today. For every stamp you earn, your name will be entered into the prize drawing at the end of the 4 weeks.
All cell phones must be kept in the cell phone pouch in the room and not in your pocket or backpack. If it is still with you, please make sure to put it in the pouch at this time.
Please remain seated during the test. If you need assistance, raise your hand and the proctor will come to you. Keep in mind, the proctor cannot help you solve, read, or explain any of the questions on your test. As always, use your scratch paper to figure out the answers or take notes on the test. Writing down your thinking will always help you do your best. Remember to use the dictionary, earbuds, calculator, and other tools given to you as well.
Make sure you do not submit your tests without your proctor standing next to you. When you're finished with your test and decide you are ready to submit, please raise your hand and the proctor will help you.
Your proctor will also remind you what your previous score was so you can beat your score for your own personal best.
Once you have finished, you will need to sit quietly and read a book. No other activities can be done at this time. You absolutely cannot disrupt other test takers in the room. For this reason, we recommend you take your time and don't rush through the test. There is nowhere else to go once you're done.